Okay folks, going to tie a Cascade Salmon fly here, very popular in Scotland and I'm sure elsewhere. I've actually got a bit of cold today, so hopefully you can bear with me. Hopefully there's not too much sniffling. But I'll put all the materials I use in the description box below and I'll talk you through it as I go. So I've got the Uni-Thread 8O in fire orange. I'll just give it a few passes through the wax and then start a few millimetres from the eye and just start winding down. Nice turns. After you've got enough, after you've got, 5 mils down or so, cut away the waste, and then I'm going to tie in a bit of oval tinsel, extra small, just the length of that. Tie that in, and then tie it in as you run down. Just pinch it in, and then tie it in as you run down. And then give another wee pass with the wax on the thread. Run it down. And what you then want to do is just a few mils from the back. Stop it there, and that's where you would want to create your tag. So what I'll do there is I'll start wrapping a tag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that's 5 turns, but that's an extra small oval, so maybe if you're using a slightly thicker one, slightly less turns. Just bring it up under the middle of the hooks and then tie it off like that. Then what we want to do is we want to get some bucktail. Get a yellow bucktail here. Just cut out a few strands. Cut out a few strands and then get an orange bucktail and cut out a few strands of that. Now it's quite difficult to get good bucktail. Often you don't know until you've bought it. This one's okay. It's a vineyard, but oftentimes the stems can be quite thick, and then when you're working with the smaller flies, or indeed any flies really, they don't tie in particularly well. But we'll see. This will work. This will work well. I just mix the bucktail up. A few strands of yellow. I just stack a few strands of yellow, then a few strands of orange, a few strands of yellow, just so it's evenly distributed. Then what I do is take it like that, and as you can see, obviously they're uneven at the moment. And what I'll do is I'll get a hair stacker, and I'll put this. You don't need to do this really, but it just makes it slightly neater. What I'll do is I'll put that hair in the stacker, and then I'll just tap it on the desk. And there we go. Much more neatly stacked, as you can see there. Now that's probably slightly too much material for the tail, so I'll pull a few fibres out of that. And then you just take your time with this, you know what I mean? It's just, you want to get it right, so make sure the thread's waxed, because you want it to hold. And I'd say maybe twice the length of the fly, roughly. So call it a bit there. Pinch the thread in, and just give it a couple of turns first. Then what I'll do is I'll get some crystal flash and we'll add that in at the same time. And then what we'll do is we'll run right up the fly. Couple of strands of crystal flash, tie that in on the top, and then pinch it again. And then what you want to do is just start running up. Nice, good, tight turns. Bind all that down. Wax the thread. and then wind it up. Then once you've got enough turns down, what you want to do is you want to cut this at an angle, just so the body tapers down and it's a bit smoother running up to the head. Just keep it a good distance for the head so you've got enough space to, you know, form a nice clean head. There we go. Just cut that wee bit of waste off there. We'll get that on the way down anyway. And that's us just about there. And what we do is wind roughly down. It doesn't have to be very tidy because we're going to be putting a body over it. And then what you want to do is get a bit of wire, or you could use old tinsel again, but I'm using soft wire small. What you do at that point is just tie it in about the length of the body so you've got an even thickness. Just one turn at the moment. One turn at the moment, just let it sit there. And then what we'll do is we'll get a holographic tinsel. I'm just going to make this a silver cascade, so I'm going to use this holographic tinsel. And just take a wee length of this. Got that. Then what you want to do is tie that in as well. Again, about the length of the body, but this stuff's light and it won't make too much. You know, it's not going to bulk up things too much. So tie it in there, and then just start wrapping it, and wrap this quite smooth, touching turns, because obviously the tinsel is going straight over this, so you don't want it being too bumpy. Run it up. Once you get to near the top, cut away any waste that's excess, and then just keep running it up. That's not smooth enough. And once we're up there, what you want to do is start wrapping the holographic tinsel and just slightly overlap the turns. There's 3, 4, but quite a few turns in this because this is quite a small holographic, so there's a smaller fly, so that's alright. One more, I think. And what we'll do there is we'll just bring that up, bring the thread 90-degree bend in the holographic, keep the thread tight, another turn, and then cut it away. Then get your wire, and I'll put about one good whole turn in that at the bottom, just so that it strengthens things up, and then maybe 1, 2, roughly evenly spaced. I'm sure the fish isn't sitting examining how evenly spaced it is, but it makes the fly look a bit nicer. And then 1 whole turn at the top just to strengthen things up. 90-degree bend, keep the thread tight, and a few turns, maybe 4 turns there, and then that wire just breaks a wee cleanly if you hold the thread tight and just give the wire a go. Now what we want to do is I'll get a bit of natural squirrel tail, natural colour, and then what I'll do here is I'll just cut this, and again, as you can see, it's uneven, and again you don't have to do this, but I'll stack it again just to tidy it up. Now you could use black squirrel or any kind of squirrel, but this is just what I've got and it looks fine. And there we go, nice and stacked. Pull out any excess from the back, and it's important to make sure that at this point the thread's waxed, because you don't want the squirrel tail pulling out. what we'll do is we'll just make the squirrel tail maybe 5 mils in or slightly more to the tail. We'll bring the thread up, pinch it with your forefinger and your thumb, and then give it a couple of turns, and then bring it back up and make sure that the squirrel's sitting on the top. He's wanting to move there, so just give it a wee third turn. And once you've got it sitting on the top, then we can tidy it up later, but get the crystal flash, get another two wee strands. This is obviously personal preference, but I'll add it in for a wee bit of flash, right? Again, pinch that in, and then give it a few turns and wind it back up and really tighten it down. Then what you want to do at this point is cut this very neatly. Just make sure there's no bit sticking out into the eye. And then make sure that thread's waxed and give it a few good tightened turns running up to where all the fibres are, and then run it back down. Then now at that point, that's looking pretty good. You can make it sit back slightly if you just put a wee kink in it. Like so. That's looking not bad. At this point, as I said, I'll be waxing. Then what you want to do is you want to get your hackle. I'm using a cock hackle, and it's yellow. So we'll tie it in from the tip, tie it in on the side. One turn there, 2 turns, 3 turns, and then fold the tip back on itself. Give it an extra, maybe 3 turns there. And then if you just pull the tip, it'll break away. Just give it a wee, there we go. Wind the thread forward a wee bit so you've just got enough room to turn your hackle. And just take your time with the hackles. Bring the feathers back, make sure it's sitting nicely. Keep the feathers coming back, give it, there's you know, half a turn there. That's about 1 turn. I'll give it 1 more. And that's, you know, 2 turns there. Bring it up, bring the thread through, and just tie that off, keep the thread tight again. And then just cut it off. And then, you know, just tidy it up a wee bit in preparation for your next hackle. I mean, that's looking good already, if I do say so myself. And then I've got a Whiting American saddle hackle here, orange. And I like these definitely work well. Again, wax your thread and tie it in at the tip. 1, 2, I'll just give that 2 and fold it back on itself. Give it 1, 2, 3. Again, hold the thread tight and break away the tip, wind it forward slightly, and then same procedure as with the yellow. Fold the fibres back, and then hold the fibres back, and then just run them round. Take your time. We'll give them. See, I just need to fold them back a wee bit there, see that? Fold them back. And then we'll give them 1 extra turn. Just to Then same deal, bring the thread up through, tighten it down, shorten that there, and then what you might do is just cut it, and obviously don't be careful not to cut the thread, take your time. Bring all the fibres back, and then once you get all the fibres back, what you then want to do is just tidy it up with the thread. You know, just form the head. I mean, that's looking fishy there. Just make sure everything's tied down and nice. And then what we'll do is we'll just spin the fly, make sure that's looking quite good. And then what we'll do is we've got wax, tidy it up, just make sure you've built the thread up nice, the head up, sorry. And then what you want to do is, again, you can just flatten the hackles out, put a wee kink in them. I mean, this is no water, you know, it's all going to sit back and it's going to fish nice. And then what you do is you take your whip finish tool, a wee bit of wax, take your whip finish tool and wind the way that you wound the thread when you're tying the fly, so you know, away from you, in this case anyway. And just get that there, hold the thread against the body and start winding. And this is just a wee tool, but that's all you need because a lot of guys still just use their hands for this. And then tighten it up, remove it, cut away the thread. And then what I do at this point is super glue it. And I'm just using Fulling Mill super glue, but you could use any, use Loctite or whatever. Just you buy the one with the brush, and then for the smaller flies at least cut away some of the brush because it's a bit too thick, so cut away some of it, add that on, and just be careful not to get any on the hackles. Add that on there, and this just fills out the head a bit, makes it a nicer finish. And then once you've put the super glue on, give it time to dry, and then what you want to do is you want to varnish over the head before you fish with it. So that's it, folks. Cascade, very famous fly in Scotland anyway, and works from spring till the back end. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'll put the materials I used and the hooks and that in the description box, and hopefully you folks out there on the YouTube can benefit from this. Thanks very much. Cheers.